Good Saturday morning. It's before a.m. Sunny and cold. It's still February, man. Okay, so on with Mark's Crypto Corner news. How you doing? This is what's going on in the land of crypto around the world. And this guy, JP Morgan, says blockchain is laying foundations for digital money. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I don't usually swear. What am I doing? I swear all the time, but not on these. That's okay. I like swearing. I think most people do. Okay, JP Morgan released a report last Friday detailing the global enthusiasm for blockchain technology in the financial sector. In the 74-page report, JP Morgan described several projects that have developed the real-world financial application. As a result, describes 2019 as the year of the rise of digital money. Yeah, well, it's really uneventful. We already know that, JP. You're a little bit behind. Okay, Japan's financial regulators to discuss crypto asset creation. Oh, that's a nice house with cherry blossoms or something. Japan's central bank and finance ministry are setting out to discuss the issues of state-backed crypto assets. Japan joins list of countries exploring central bank crypto assets. Japan is preparing to join the growing list of countries to explore the benefits of a state-backed digital asset. So each country is going to get their own digital coin, maybe like a stable coin sort of thing. We have USDT, PAX is another one, and there's some more. I just can't think of them right now. I've traded using stable coin PAX before. There's a little less volume on the PAX than USDT, but that's okay. No matter. It's still worth about $1. Will Bitcoin usher an era of digital commodities trading? Big question. And Bitcoin has shown that it can be used as a hedge against risk. Gold's latest ascent has presented a scenario for safe haven investments, and this trend may boost the case for owning Bitcoin. Gold prices peaked at 7-year high. Rapid growth in the past 6 months. Gold has marked a 7-year high above $1,600 after growing pot in the backyard. No, not really. But as you know, I don't really click on these rabbit holes. It would take forever to do this report if I did that. So there we go. Gold. Bitcoin is not backed by gold. Backed by an algorithm. Okay, what's next? Here's why, even as a Bitcoiner, you shouldn't ignore Ethereum. That's right, because Ethereum has so many things going on with it right now, with their upgrade going on, Ethereum 2.0 coming around. It's going to take a couple of years, or maybe a little less, to fully implement. I think they're switching from proof of work to proof of stake. With regards to mining and staking, they're changing up a whole bunch of things, and a lot of tokens use the Ethereum network. So Ethereum is on a rising spree in 2020. WRT price. What does that mean? WRT. I have a bit of a cold, so please excuse me. But its network is also established and increasingly proving quite significant. Yes, I bought Ethereum when it was about $135. So I'm just going to keep that around. Bitcoin supporters should own some Ethereum for upside potential. BTC blogger Sylvian Sorrell looked at the reasons Ethereum is here to stay and why Bitcoiners should not diss the project outright. Well, it's the second most traded cryptocurrency by volume. Third is flipping between Tron and Ripple. Yeah, but I've seen some Ripple being ripped in the news lately for its lack of goodness in certain things. Tron has a good network as well for transferring cryptocurrencies using the Tron network. Anyways, HSBC, major HSBC layoffs, 35,000 job cuts and massive restructuring announced. Banking giant HSBC has unveiled a major restructuring plan that includes 35,000 job cuts. The move came as the bank's net profit plunged 53% last year. HSBC is also slashing 100 billion in assets and closing many branches. Looks like there's going to be an empty building down the road from here. This represents one of the deepest restructuring and simplification programs in the bank's history. Yeah, well, HSBC is used to taking people's money, and the people have woken up, and we don't want to be managed by some banker taking profits that do little for you. It's all a bunch of freaking Coswallop, eh? All that banking stuff. They really like to screw you. Okay, because they got to keep their profits, right? Don't worry about the little guy. BCH funding, Bitcoin Cash, debate. Amore Seche, that person, I can't even tell if that's a man or a woman with that name, responds to IFP, International, I don't know, IFP, questions, noting contention in the West. There's contention everywhere. On February 20th, Bitcoin Cash engineers held the second 2020 BCH developers meeting and the first since the Infrastructure Funding Plan, IPF, Infrastructure Funding Plan, was added to the Bitcoin ABC version .21.0 client. 7 developers discussed new features that are coming after the May upgrade, but a majority of the conversation focused on the ongoing infrastructure funding plan discussion. Okay, so Bitcoin Cash is getting some upgrades. Bitcoin's going to do a halving in May, and I think I think there's going to be a spike after May in some cryptocurrencies that sort of correlate with Bitcoin, but that is yet to be seen, although I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. So what's next? How to check the Bitcoin price hash rate data, the best 21 monitoring sites. Now, if you are super nerdy, you'll actually understand some of this stuff. As Bitcoin grows in popularity and recognition worldwide, resources dedicated to providing in-depth and diverse stats on all things crypto have exploded onto the scene and continue to proliferate rapidly. This post lays out 17 of the best sites and divides them into basic categories such as checking price, viewing network visualizations, and more. Okay, so you can go to a bunch of different websites, look at hash rate, and all kinds of goings on that you probably look at and go, what the heck is that, right? For me, mostly I'm all interested in what the price is moving up and down and where I can make my best trades, buy and sell. You know, that's really what motivates me. The volatility of the market is what's exciting, where you can make the up and down trades and get in on some buys and sells. Okay, so what's next? Bitcoin addresses with non-zero balances hit all-time high. Okay, so Bitcoin wallet addresses with non-zero balances. Well, that means there's wallets with Bitcoin in them, as far as I can tell. So the number of new Bitcoin addresses with a non-zero balance is at an all-time high, surpassing the number of new addresses. I wish they really wouldn't go with hodling. It was a spelling mistake, man, and they just integrated this into the fabric of crypto. It's not even a real word, but hey, I guess you understand it, and that's what it's all about, really understanding. really holding Bitcoin when prices hit 20K back in 17. Bitcoin's richest address, not as many as you might think. Twitter user Income Sharks shared charts from Bitcoin on-chain metrics API application program interface. I think that's what it means. And data site Glassnode. Okay, so there's a bunch of people with Bitcoin wallets with Bitcoin in it. It's really, I have a couple of Bitcoin wallets with Bitcoin in it. The thing is, if you buy Bitcoin and it drops in price, don't sell it. At least wait till it gets back to where you bought it and a little bit more, and then make a trade. Anyways, what's up? Ripple XRP. It launches new XRP fraud reporting procedure. Well, that's good. A little more transparency in the crypto sphere, don't you think? The company has created a page on its website where foul play can be reported. Hold on, I got a coffee here. This move represents the increasing attempts by Ripple to establish itself as a key player in global finance. Fraud can be reported, but funds not reversed. Well, that sucks. But generally speaking, in the land of crypto funds, this sale is final, right? So be careful what you do. The reporting website gives consumers the ability to make the company aware of fraudulent behavior. Good. Because in every sector of every society, there's a scammer. Doesn't matter if it's cars, education, medical, religion, finance. There's a scammer in every industry. Multi-level marketing, affiliate marketing, everything. So just beware of that. It's not just one company. There's a fraud. There's a fraud in everything. There's also good in everything, and there's more good people than bad people. So just choose the right people to work with. So how to find your nearest Bitcoin ATM? Look at that map. Where's this map? I can't really tell. Grand. This looks like River Thames. Is this British? A little British map. It's really hard to navigate. I've driven in England. It's crazy. Cryptocurrency markets have experienced a few intensive weeks since the start of the year that took prices to 2020 highs in mid-February. The overall bullish sentiment is attracting more interest towards the crypto space. There are many ways to get started with Bitcoin, but one of the most accessible options is to find an ATM supporting Bitcoin. Now, here in Barrie, Ontario, Canada, just north of Toronto, there are increasing number of places where you can actually buy Bitcoin. Georgian Mall on Bayfield, 509 Bayfield Street in Barrie. There is a Bitcoin ATM. There's also one at Cedar Point Plaza and a variety store. And there's one coming apparently across the street to the Hasty Market. The owner there says he's getting one, which would be a little more convenient for me. My phone is broken though, so I have to find another way to get another phone. I got a BitPay wallet on there too. I'll have to delete, and I can recover it because I've tested it before. I deleted my wallet with money in it and brought it back to life, so that works. So there's more and more ways to get Bitcoin. I prefer ATMs and buying it online, personally. Although there are fees with it, like the ATM fees you're paying when you get money out of the bank machine. Okay, so that's it for the Crypto Corner news for this Saturday, February 22nd. And before we let you go, we'll just scroll through here. Make sure you put your email, get some good information. Also, give this blue button a good smash, would you? We want to increase the popularity of this blog here that I post. And here's what I've been talking about in the past every week and other posts that I put there. If you want to get into trading and learn how to read the charts, make your own trades, own your Bitcoin, and make some profits, probably make a little more than what the bank is paying on interest. this is a good place to go. It's going to give you all the best uh, education on trading crypto, how to read the charts, especially Binance. It's one of the biggest, largest, most popular exchanges, and I would think the most safest. And it's got a lot of features. You can do lending, staking, and trading, all kinds of pairs of coins that you can do. So get yourself in on the game. If you want to get started, get in on the game. Okay. The thing about crypto is it's opened up and leveled the playing field of the financial world. Now anybody can go in and trade crypto like money on the stock exchange. Only crypto is a lot easier to get into than the stock exchange. Remember, you used to call your broker, oh, can you please sell for me? And then they tell you, no, you shouldn't do this, or and they tell you how to go about do things, and they only tell you things that benefit them, right? It's that game is over, man. So you want to take control of your money and create some profits and some interest better than what the bank ever is going to do for you. You can trade crypto on your own, but you could do better when you click this button. Look what happens. You just go here and there's lots of great things that it can tell you about. Lots of education, learn more, testimonials. Look, there's training, stuff about the business. These guys have been around for about 3 years, and they've just done an upgrade, and they've done a relaunch. Things are looking really good for these guys. They're really dedicated to helping and putting good information. And they do a lot of video training, walkthroughs, and so you can see exactly what you need to do and how to do it, when to do it. And they got so many tools that can help you make really good decisions on trading, I should say. So we will get into that a little later. I'm going to do a bit of a walkthrough on that. But anyways, put your email there. Give this blue button a smash. And we will see you throughout the week with some good posts. And I bid you a happy Saturday, my crypto friends. And that is it for this candid report on today's news. I love ya, and see you again. Cheers.